Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be working with lapis. I'm using this pendant that Kat sent me. I'll give you its number in a minute. I had 8mm lapis. Look at that, I love that. So those little sparklies in there. Love lapis, love it, love it, love it. So, I'm showing you these bead caps because, although I cannot find mine at the moment because Kid Socks was up here and made a total disaster, these are from Bead Box Bargain. So this is how they would look. I'm using these because this is what I have and I want to use them. But I just wanted to show you that so you know you can use different bead caps. It'll be a different size if you use like something like this, because these are themselves about 6mm. So these are from Bead Box Bargains. Yes, where's their bag? Good question. Bad answer. Oh, here, I think this is their number. I think this is their number. I'm using the 4mm lapis that Kat sent. I'm using the 8mm lapis that I had. And I'm either going to incorporate these gold-plated round beads that I have, because they're 5mm, or these 6mm, these are called rustic pearls that I got from someplace else. So, and again, I'm trying to use what I have. So, because this is the way it is, you really can't thread it this way because it'll be right in front of your pendant. So, you need to thread it this way. So, I think what I'm going to do, I'm using, I don't know if this is going to fit. Does not look like it will fit. Oh, how come you won't fit in that side? Alright, so these are Bead Guardians by Beadsmith, and I don't know if I'm actually going to use them or not. So, we're trying this together. And if not, I'll just put my wire right on the pendant. Now, if you're using thread, you can just use seed beads. Sorry. So will that work? I think it will work. And I don't think it's really going to matter. It'll look different. That's the only thing different, is that it'll look different. So that's what it'll look like without the wire guard. And you can get it down really close too. Maybe I'll do that instead. Let's see. Sorry, I'm like all over the place today. This is my 4th time trying the video because the cat was up here. He wouldn't move. He wouldn't move. Then the timer went off for my clothes. So I had to get up and do that. Then when I came back in, he came back in with me and wouldn't move again. Gotta love them, I'll tell you. So I could use a crimp cover if I wanted to. Don't keep coming out. Yeah. Yep. It's one of those just breathe days. It's snowing. At least it was snowing. I don't know if it's still snowing, but it was. So we definitely want that much, much closer to that end. So I cut off about 12 inches of wire. There you go. Now, don't come out, please. Thank you so much for cooperating. It's awfully nice of you. So, if I use those little round gold beads, spacer bead, gold-plated ones, I can, it looks like I got it. Can put a spacer crimp cover on. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Well, as my luck would have it, I don't have any crimp covers in gold. I think I used them all. Okay, so I'm going to try to get this other side on off camera so you guys don't have to be tortured. I'll be back. Just to show you what the difference would look like. That would be your wire guard. And then you'd have your wire, and you'd have to join it like somewhere out here. Or you can just do that. I'm going to do it the easy way. Simply because I want to. Simply because I'm lazy today. Alright, I'll be back. You could also, sorry, if you wanted to, you could also attach your wire to a jump ring. And then just put the jump ring on. Lots of different ways to do it. All right, now I don't have the crimp covers, so that's the number for the lapis, the 4mm lapis. You can get, ouch, you can get lapis a lot of different places. So I have this lapis, or I have these. Maybe I'll use these because these look better with, where'd it go? I think I'll use these. They have more different look to them. Okay, and the cat's at the door. Yay! Hip hip hooray! Let's see what it looks like with these. these will fit over the crimp tube. Let me try that. I don't think so. I think it's going to be yeah, I didn't think so. All right. Brother. Yep, he's scratching at the door. I don't know what's with him. I don't even know if this is going to work, quite honestly. But we were trying it together, and if you see it, that means it worked. So I didn't exactly plan a pattern. Brother. I'm just going with it. I would say that I could put these pearls in between there too, but I think it would be too much gold. Can I tell you what size wire I'm using? I don't think so. I'm using Beadsmith. This the one I'm using? It's 49. It's 0.018. It's a heavier wire because these metal beads are heavy, and the lapis itself is heavy. So maybe I can use these pearls as spacers, maybe. I don't think it's going to be the right color gold, though. And then again, I might not use these at all, so we're just playing. I don't think I'm liking that with those. I don't think I'm liking this with these. With these, I might be able to get away with it. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Oh, forgot my my bead caps. These have a lot more gold sparklies in them. Oops. Get back here, you. I'm having a day. Just saying. I think I like it with the pearls. Tones it down a bit. Missed pearl. I think I'm going with the pearls. Yeah, I think I like it better with the pearls. I mean, that's pretty, right? But it is very heavy, too. So I guess the other thing I could do, if I wanted to, is use these as a divider bead. There'll be less of them. Like that. And then just continue with this pattern. I don't know if I like that though. I have these too. Maybe these would work better. I'll be back. The problem with me using these is I don't have a lot of them to go around. So and then getting them on correctly is always a challenge as well. That's a little better. Of course, another option would be like a bicone. If I wanted to use a bicone. Or a rondelle. For the divider bead I'm talking about. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I'll be back when it's done. And we'll just figure out what to do with the bracelet. So, these I got from dollarbead.com. Just letting you know, just in case you wanted to make it. And these are called rustic pearls, and this is gold. And these are filigree, round filigree beads, metal beads, spacer beads. I've had them for years. That's my laundry. I've had them for years, so I'm sure you can find them anywhere, though. I'm probably even Walmart has them. I don't, you know, I haven't looked for them in a long time, but I'm sure you could find them anywhere. Just a matter of I would think definitely Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, like that. They would definitely have them. All right, I'll be back. I want to go change my clothes out. So, I noticed that these that I had taken out to use in the beginning are smaller than these. So, these might be like 9 millimeters. It isn't really going to matter though. It's only, you know, it'll only matter as far as the length of your pattern. So I think I might call this one Lapis Queen. Maybe. Did I put that pearl back on? I'm funny. So I gave Kid Socks some cat litter. I gave them catnip. Gave them both some catnip. That'll keep them occupied for a little while. Don't know how long, but for a little while. I like it. I think it's pretty. Where am I? Bead cap. So there's like probably 1,000,001 different bead caps out there. So different types and just make sure that your beads are sitting in your bead cap before you put your clasp on, or while you're putting your clasp on. So right now I'm at 17 inches, so I'm going to end with this last set that I just put on of beads. Sorry. TV music going on in the background. And another little one. So making sure that I have all my beads in the right places and that I didn't miss any bead caps or spacer beads or whatnot, and that my pattern is correct. Alright, now I'm going to use, if I can find them, because like I said, the cat did come in and make a mess. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm going to use these toggles. I think it's between those And the other ones I have are kind of small, so I guess we'll go with these. Let's see. You know what? I think that's going to be too big for the bracelet. These are slightly bigger than this, so these are like right in between. So I think I'm going to use these. I think I had taken out another set, but don't know where they ended up because Kid Socks likes to make a mess. He loves it. 26 minutes already. Alright, I'll get the clasp on. Well, you know what? Just in case there's somebody new watching. So you put your spacer bead on your clasp. And then this is how I do things. Not everybody does it this way. Doesn't make it either way wrong or right. It's just how I do things. I put my tail through a couple of beads. I want to make sure my work is good and tight here. And then I crimp it shut. Right in the thing there. Oh, that didn't work. See that? Sometimes they just don't work. Let's try again. I'll try this one again, and if not, I'll switch it out. If I can't get this one to work. The thing you have to worry about is getting your wires crossed. Let's try you again. And I didn't put it through my beads. Aren't I happy about that? Yeah, thrilled. You can cut it off right there if you want to. I don't, but you can. There we go. Take my flush cutters, cut them right there. If I can get my fingers to cooperate, that is. So sometimes there's a little piece of wire left over, but if you pull your work, see, that's not going to bother you. It'll go into your bead. What I was going to say, if you pull your work, you can get it to go and then pull it out and then pop it into the next bead. You won't get poked as long as your work is tight. So, that being that, I don't know what happened to the other crimp tube I had on this table. Oh, there you are. Different people do things differently. This is how I learned, so that's how I do it, and it's habit. At this point, it's habit. So, yep, cat hair. Gotta love cat hair. So now I know what to do. When I want to make something, I just gotta pour out the catnip. And they'll both be preoccupied. Isn't that awesome? Now, as for the bracelet. These don't want to work. Where's my scissors? Trusty old scissors. All right, and see, there's a little tiny bit of the stuff there. It's not even enough to come over the bead, so it's not even going to affect you. All right, so there's that. Now, these were a gift from, I was going to say I'll use these, but these might be sodalite. So I'm not going to use them, or glass. So I think what I'm going to do is just take my pattern. Make that as my center like I usually do. And then work out from the sides. Excuse me. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I start in the center because I never know how my pattern is going to end up. And I want to keep my pattern. I don't want to change it. Come on. These are glass pearls, by the way. They're not real pearls. They're glass. So, I'm thinking I might be able to get 3 on in total. Plus maybe a couple extra beads. Maybe. One never knows. Do one. Let's see, how long were they? Slightly over 1.5 inches. Sorry. Sometimes you can tell where the end is on these, and sometimes you can't. Sometimes they're all the same, all the holes. Excuse me. And yes, I sneezed into a tissue. Although I did miss. Okay. So 1.5 inches. They're not really 1.5 inches though. With the spacer beads, it's 1 7/8 inches. I don't know. What am I doing here? So, sorry. I'm gonna get it strung up. I'll be back. Okay, so 3 sets is 25 1/4. And I need it to be like 26 1/2. I mean, 5 1/4. I say 26 because my measuring tape is at 26 on my table. I have it underneath a piece of plexiglass. And I start measuring from 20. So I think I'm definitely not going to be able to get another whole set on each side. And I want it balanced, so that's why I start in the middle. Like for bead weaving projects, I start on the end, but for this type of thing, I start in the middle. What's next? The pearl. Alright, let's see how long it makes it. That's 6 1/4-ish. So I think I might be able to get these. I was hoping to get these crystals on, so that's cool. Let's see. Yep, 6 1/2. Awesome sauce. So I am going to make sure this fits though. So I don't really like too big, so that looks good. Alright, now I need a couple more tubes, please. And earrings. How do we want to do earrings? Will you please get on there already? Thank you. I think I definitely want to incorporate the bead caps into the earrings. I'll be back when I get this done. Alright, let's see. I don't know if I'm going to use the pearls or not. But I definitely want to incorporate the bead caps. I think I might go just for the crystals and the lapis. Oi. Really? Yeah, that's how it is some days. I could probably make another one if I wanted to. Or I think I might go the opposite way. I think I might do the lapis on the bottom. I could do either surround the lapis with the crystal or do the lapis on the bottom and a crystal on top. I think I like it with both. A lot of times I go for less is more, but I think I like it with both, and I'm hoping that, yeah, I should be able to wrap these. These are really soft wires, so if I can't use these, I'll have to get up and get different ones. But I think there's enough room to wrap it. I still have some of those filigree left over. And you know what? That's another thing I could do. Let me try that. Sorry. That's it. That's the one. That's the one I like. And that's what I do sometimes. I try different ways to make earrings. Because there's like a gazillion ways to make earrings. You are not centered on my bead there. Neither are you. Sometimes these are a little fidgety to work with. But they do pack an impact. There you go. Alright, let me get those wrapped up and I'll be back. Sorry. I realized that, you know, you never know, somebody new might what to beading might be watching. So when I have like really thin, soft wires like these, I like to wrap them because they can easily fall off of your wire or whatever. You know, a drop or whatever. If you're using it as a drop on a necklace, it could easily fall off. So, a nifty tip, which I sometimes forget to mention, with tucking this little tail in from your head pin. I got this from Beautiful Night. Use your crimp pliers, your crimpers, to round it if you can get it to cooperate. And of course, if you can see it, to round it around your wire. I do forget to mention that sometimes, and it's not intentional. I just have about a million other things going through my brain at once, so That's not the best wire wrap in the world, but I am working with shortness. And see, there's only like not even 3/4 of an inch there. So, but yeah, I'm glad I made it this. I'm glad I made it this way, actually. I love that crystal with it, and I really like those pearls with it. And definitely the bead caps and the filigree, so I'm happy. I'm happy that I made it this way. And I'm thinking that the chances are pretty slim, although you never know. Someone might actually have everything that I have. But I think the chances are pretty slim that anybody else has made it. So I'm going to use these ear wires. They're $1.09 for 50 at Bead Box Bargains. I don't know what the toggles were. I'll have to pull out the piece of paper for you. I know, forever long video, I'm sorry. So you open things like that. And I try to make sure that my extra wire is on the back, so it's not facing the front. And then you close them like that. See, those balls would have been okay too, because of the balls in the earring. But I really liked the pearls, so. And I think the filigree little ones pulled it all together as well. That's my personal opinion. So, let me clean my beading mat off, and I'll show you what everything looks like. So yes, I do believe I'm going to call it Lapis Queen. Because I can. So there's the necklace. Here's the bracelet. And here's the earrings. And the boss is scratching at the door. So the toggles. The toggles were 49 cents when I bought them. They were from Bead Box Bargains. This is, no, sorry, they're not. Sorry, wrong ones. I do believe Bead Box Bargains has these though, as well. These are the ones I was going to use, but I thought they were a little too heavy for that. Sorry about that. Alright, so these are the lapis I used. The number is 4100. Gems 1. There you go. Gems 4100. These are the ear wires I used from Bead Box Bargains. I used the pendant, which I just tossed the thing away, not thinking, because I wanted to use the bag for my bracelet. I mean my what do you call it, things? Spacer beads. I think I put it on though in the beginning of the video. If not, I'll try to find a link to it. It's gone now. So this is the pendant, the 8mm lapis I had. I used the 4mm, and I used bead caps, as you saw. So this is from Bead Box Bargains. Oh, and the crystal. Where did I put them? Oh, here they are. And this is the crystal. That's the number for the crystal beads. So these are from Bead Box Bargains. I added bead caps, filigree spacer beads, pearls and my own 8mm lapis. It's my use it or lose it year, and this is going to be a long one, and it's going to take forever to upload, so I doubt I will be editing anything out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching.